Hello and welcome back. Today I thought we would look at this light from the dollar store. So this thing is actually pretty cool, caught my eye. Here in Canada, dollar stores are no longer a dollar for the most part, so this one is no exception. This one here was $4, but it does come with the batteries, three AAAs. And this thing is actually incredibly bright. I won't face it towards the camera, but if I press the button here, it's actually overpowering my spotlight up here. So it's pretty friggin' bright. Has this mode, which is much dimmer, much easier to look at. This is just if you want a little bit of ambient light. You press this again, and there's another light over here. So I figured even if this thing is total junk, I get three AAA batteries, which are probably carbon zinc, which is, trash, but maybe I could take the carbon rods out of them. I get a panel of a bunch of LEDs. Not sure how many. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 4 by 15. That would be 30, 60. Not too bad. And yeah. Also has a magnet on the back, has a hook, a holder. Oh yeah, there we go, 60 SMD, there we go. And the 1 watt cob. Not sure if it'll actually get a watt out of this. And I'm not sure if it's 900 lumens, but it doesn't matter because it is actually pretty bright. I'm just going to cut around the packaging here. There we go. Okay, so this has a hard plastic in front. It doesn't, I don't know if it's waterproof or anything, but it does have a holder there. It gives you a couple angles. There's a hook. Oh, the hook rotates, which is very nice. And the magnet, I'm not sure how strong the magnet is. Oh, it's not too bad. Let's see if we can handle something heavier. Yeah, sort of works. So enough for its own weight at least. That's interesting. Now I'm hoping that all these screws here will come out easily because I sort of want to use this, although I guess for $4 it's not too bad. You go get another one. So this, I'm guessing, is just the hinges. Oh, I messed up my thumb a little bit, so it's a little hard to grab these things. Tiny little screws. Hey, shouldn't I be able to get into the battery compartment? Aha! Okay, that comes off. Here's our batteries. Need a flat screwdriver. Nice eye zoom. Oh, it comes with, I don't know if you can see that, but they're alkaline batteries. Interesting. They spent the extra couple cents on actual decent batteries. This should come off here. Nope. These things are still stuck in there. Okay. Some more screws down here. Sorry for the terrible noise coming from these springs. The screws are pretty long. I highly doubt this is a waterproof light. Still nice for camping, especially at $4. I mean, if you ruin a $4 flashlight, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. The only thing is I'm not sure if this screwdriver will fit down this hole. So this one it does. This one also, I feel it coming loose. Now these, yeah, that won't fit. I'm trying to use this flat screwdriver here. Yeah, there we go. Nothing better for the job than the improper tool. 1 and 2. So I doubt we'll see very much in there. We might have a little couple pin microcontroller. We might have a resistor, but I'm thinking it might just run straight, the battery straight on this, on the LEDs there. And that is because AAA's, especially, well, alkaline ones not that bad, but especially cheap AAA's, they can't really deliver that much current. They have an internal resistance, which is actually pretty massive. Why won't this come out? Oh, interesting. Oh, the front comes off. Okay, so there's the front with the plastic. 2 separate pieces there. There is the LED array, the button, and then the battery connections. Let's see if we can push the LED out here. These things are certainly soldered ahead of time and then put into the case. Makes manufacturing a lot easier. There we go. So this is now completely apart. Okay, so we've got our little cob here. Our cob in front here is heat staked on. See those little stakes there? Looks like it's connected here. I'm not sure. There's a resistor right there. I'm not sure if that's actually attached to anything. So it looks like this connection here, if you can see on the back of the board there, looks like this white wire coming from the battery, which we'll check the polarity in a second, goes all the way up here and to this cob, and then to the switch. So we actually have just a 3-position switch here. So that's all it is, no microcontroller or anything. So we're going to check the polarity of this here, and that is the negative. So the ground is actually coming from this this terminal directly, and it's the ground for both this cob and this one. It's the ground for both of them. This would be the positive then. So that's the positive going through the cob to the negative. And then here there's 2 options. So either this runs directly, one of these 2 here. So this one here, yeah, so this guy here will actually power these LEDs, and they look like they're all in parallel directly, or this wire here will run through this resistor. Can't really see what the resistor is because I'm not very close. So that is 100 written on here, and that means I believe that is 10 ohms and 10 ohms and then a 0. I'm not sure if that's, if it was 100 ohms, it would probably say 10 1. It would be 10 ohms and 1 0. This is 100, so it's 10 and 0. So I think that's a 1 ohm resistor. I can't really be certain of that. I'm not too good at these codes, but I'll just grab this here and see if I can measure the resistance across there. I know this is not the right thing to use, not the right leads to use, but I will give it a shot anyways. Oops. No, it is actually 10 ohms. So it's 10 and 0 zeros. I don't know if you can see that there. There. 10.3 ohms. So that actually, that's what you get for the dim here. This one is for fully bright, and this blue one is for this LED over here. So that's actually a little bit disappointing. It's not a very complicated flashlight, but it is quite nice. And it shows you that for $4, actually, you're getting quite a bit here. So switches are not cheap, especially ones with multiple positions. So this is a 3-position switch. So that's a thing, 3 positions. Well, it has off, so it's a 4-position. I wonder if we can get this switch open, because a 4-position switch is actually interesting. There might actually still be a microcontroller in there, so we'll take a look. But for $4, and that's retail $4, not eBay $4, you get this switch, you get 60 surface mount LEDs, which, don't forget, if you order straight from China, you can get about maybe 100 surface mount LEDs for, well, at least of this size. It probably costs you either a buck or $1.50 Canadian or so. This is $4 Canadian. You get a small cob with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 emitters inside. That's pretty good. You get 3 batteries. You get, well, the plastic casing costs something to make. And you get a magnet. That's actually not too bad. It's pretty impressive, actually, what they've done with this. No heat sinking here. I wonder how hot it'll get, but I want to try to open this switch. So if I can get it open without cutting myself, that would be the ideal. Just prying at a little edge here. I really don't want to break this, but I will if I have to. There we go. It's actually opening a little. In my mind, there needs to be a micro to do this. I can't see how a push button switch like that would have 4 positions, off and then 3, off and 3 positions. Could be just me, though. Okay, so that actually... Oh, I see what's going on here. So this little hat here sits in there, and there's a spring here. And what it's doing is it's actually rotating this hat around every time you press the button. The teeth. Let me just make sure here. 1, 2, whatever. You know what? Doesn't really matter. Pull that out. So there's teeth on this button here. And these teeth here. You know what? Let me bring you a little bit closer. I really want to show you this. This is really interesting. Okay, I'm in quite a bit closer here. So let me try to explain how this works. So this here is the housing, okay? And this push button here, don't know if you can tell, but it has little teeth right here. See those teeth if I hold it in the light correctly? So it has teeth and it has little guides, and those guides fit inside this hole here. Okay, you see those little guides? So that button goes upside down in here. And then you have this white piece here, which has corresponding teeth on this side. Again, really hard for me to show you, but right here, these are teeth as well. So they fall into here, like that. And if you can see, when I push this up, it spins it just enough. Spins the white part. Oh, there's no spring tension, so I have to be careful. But it spins it just enough to engage half a tooth and then to fall back down into a groove. If you can tell, it turns about 45 degrees every time. Then you have this here, contact, like that, which attaches to the white part. And so when you push up and let go down, it makes a eighth of a turn, 45 degrees, every time. Now if I remove this assembly, okay, well that was a little bit more forceful than I wanted, but that's okay. And then I bring this part in. Okay, so you have this contact, and actually this switch, it doesn't matter, it fits both ways. So I have this contact goes on that peg, and this here is the positive. Comes from the positive of the battery there. Okay, I don't know how well this will stay together, but I'm going to try anyways. I want to do this demonstration right. Might need to glue this down for the demonstration. And then you have these three guys. And I don't remember the order anymore, but I don't think it really matters. So I'm going to put one in here. See, they have these pegs they sit on. So 1, 2, you know what? This is not working out. Give me one moment, please. Okay, I think I've got these all glued in now. I may have to scrape a bit of glue off the top of these contacts for it to work again, but I really wanted to show you how this thing works. And I think the only way to do this with the cap off is to actually glue these things in. I did get some glue down the holes there, but I still think it works. Okay, so we have the assembly here with the teeth, 2 sets of teeth, the black and the white teeth. Okay, and we're gonna slide that in there. I think it still works. If I press up, yeah. You see the rotation there? Okay, sometimes it gets stuck. There's no spring tension. The spring tension comes from the actual cap here. Alright, now I have to find where the metal end went. Oh, there it is. Okay, and it slides into here. Okay, so it starts... Oops, let me just get it back to a start position. Okay, so it starts this way. And remember, the ground is always connected, negative is always connected. And the positive is on this side here. And what happens is, when I press up on this button, so now it's off. If you look here, well, oh, this is magnetic. Whoopsies. Let's try that again. Okay, so right now this is not connected to any of these. As soon as this gets connected to one of these, this is full power plus resistance, so it's a little bit lower power, and this one here is that cob on the side. So I'm just going to press up on the switch here. See, it makes that little kind of eighth of turn, then you let it go and it finishes the turn. Now the positive is connected to the full power here. Then if you press it again, kind of makes like an eighth turn, then you let it drop and it finishes that turn. Whoops, that was an accident. Okay, so now it'll go through that little resistor there and dim the array of LEDs, and you press it up once more, and now it's touching from here to here to that front cob LED, and then one more time, and then it's off, and then it restarts the cycle. This is a super intelligent way to have a 4-position switch, really, because it would be off. So that's 1, so it's 2, 3, 4, off. So a 4-position switch without the need for a micro or anything. This is amazing. I love the simplicity of this. Now I did get some glue on top of these contacts here, so in order for it to work again, I'll just need to scrape that off. So I'm going to do that off camera, and then we're going to reassemble it and see if it works. Okay, I feel as though I got a good scrape going on there, so there's only one way to find out, and it's reassemble this thing. So, I don't exactly remember how this worked. I think this was fed through like this. This guy sat up front, sort of like that. This guy sat up on these posts. I think so, at least. This whole thing went inside like that. Okay, I think this thing goes on the post here. And this guy, I think, went like this. Hard to say. Depends how these little holes work. Seems like this blue wire is kind of in the way. Move it like that. Move this white wire here out the way as well. That looks approximately right. I don't know if the posts will actually fit there. Oh, and I need the plastic. So this guy here. Gotta be a logical way to put this on. Yeah, there is. Okay. Put that on there flat. Well, I guess they go down further like this. I'll be quite happy if I get this to work again. It does seem like a pretty neat light, and I'm always short on flashlights. Hopefully that's just not completely chewing into... Hopefully that's just not completely chewing up into the wiring there. There's only one way to find out, though. And find out we shall. The thing I don't like is this guy is kind of in the way. I don't think that's a real contact. I think this is just a plate to link the batteries together, but oh well, if I can tighten it without that. Those two there. These guys here. Not sure if I'm in shot. Yeah, I'm relatively in shot. These are not that great. Quite stripped. I'm aware my big hands are in the way. Okay. This guy in here. Oh, now you can't see anything. This guy in here. And two guys in here, 1 and 2. Shove these batteries back in. Hopefully it doesn't blow up. 2. And survey says, oh, yeah, it is working. It's the small one, and that's all 3 of them. And there we go. The flashlight lives. It doesn't even have any shaky contacts. Seems to work completely. It's in the correct order. Everything about it is working. And so, yeah. Once again, thanks for watching.